Alright folks, today we're going to be doing a fun project in our new world. The past couple episodes we've been doing some stuff like making some simple automatic farms. We have our automatic pumpkin melon farm, we have an automatic iron farm, we made our villager breeder, we have our basic, crop farms, and we do have a mob farm in the back there. So I wanted to start working on an early villager trading hall. We really need some better tools. So I think that's a good thing to work on today. I'm thinking I kind of wanted to build this. Right here is kind of the perfect spot, I think. Just having the trading hall be right here. And I'm going to make it look like some of the other houses that or the style we've already started building in, just so everything is matchy-matchy. You know how we like to do that. Okay, so this is kind of the layout I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of having a pathway come right through the middle here and having villager trades on the left and right sides. So let's get this more framed out so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is kind of the look we're going for. Door on either side, some sort of entry, and then we'll have the villagers lined up here with all of their various trading blocks. It's difficult to see now, but I promise it's going to be slightly easier in just a moment. Make this, you want to make sure that there's a 1 block gap between villagers. So we're going to kind of space that out now. So a villager's going to go in between these blocks here, right? A 1 block gap. But you also want to make sure that they can't jump out. So you're going to want to put 2 blocks high, whatever you do. I'm making it look a little bit fancier. And you want to make sure that they can't jump or move. So make sure you put a top on like that. It could be as simple as that. And then you'll put the villagers in those spaces. So let's do the other side as well, just so we have everything built. Alright, let's grab some villagers to put into the farm. We have our villager breeder that we already made, so we just have to wait until one of these guys decides to get in this little boat, and we're going to take him right over to this new farm. Perfect. Kind of pick a spot that you roughly want them to go in, and then I recommend using half slabs around roughly what their height is. Or you can use full blocks, it's up to you. So if you want to use full blocks, you do something like this. With a half slab right there, so you can crouch and get under, but they can't get out. And then once they're in position, you're going to take the block that you want them to be a trade person of, and place it in front of them. So that we picked a grindstone to get a toolsmith. And as you can see, he's in that 1x1 space we wanted him to be. His trade stone is in front of him, which turned him into a weaponsmith. We can start getting weapon trades, and now he can't move. Next, we put a smithing table in front of this guy to make him a toolsmith. So now we can get weapons, tools, and trade our crops for additional emeralds. These are the first 3 that I'm going to need right now. I really don't have trade set up for anything else, but that doesn't mean maybe we can't get a few more villagers in here. So let's see what else we can get before we really run out of some villagers, and we have to let that keep going. Now, while we wait for more villagers to be spawned, because we did have a finite amount, we're going to have these guys start working on getting us some more villagers. We did stock up as much as we can, so we currently have what I need, which is a farmer, a blast furnace, which is armor, a smithing table, which is tools, and a grindstone, which is weapons. This is going to be the main 4 that we're going to need. We have plenty of more spots to add more librarians for mending and, other traders as well. But while we wait, let's start to continue to work on this building. This is one of the larger buildings that we've done so far. So I have a different roof style, but I think it's still going to match. So let's work on that now. All right, we kind of changed the pitch of the roof because of how wide the building was to make it look more like a barn. We're gonna do a couple more helpful tips for you guys. Obviously, this is in the early stages of this, but I think we all get the point. I don't think I need to keep hammering this home. So, I kind of like the stable look. It's wide enough where the trades are accessible. You can pack more in here. You can use that back wall instead of making this a pass-through. I just really like this look. I think it blends well with the area. And then obviously you have all the villagers. In here, one of the important things is to make sure you lock in your trades. So, for example, say that I want to do... Let's see. Any good... No, I don't want his stuff. Sharpness, emerald. Okay, so I want to pick new trades. I don't really like any of these trades. I want a new one. So you're going to first grab something that you have to trade with. So I want to do wheat and potatoes. I know I have a bunch of potatoes, so let me go grab some potatoes. Perfect. So I have my potatoes. And I want to lock in my farmer to trade wheat and potatoes. He's doing wheat and beetroots. I don't want that. Place a block in front of him somewhere, like that. Get rid of his trade block, so he no longer is a trader. Place the trade block down, so he hits trade again, and you can see the trades have changed. Alright, I don't want beetroots and bread, so I'm going to change them again. Carrots and beetroots? No, I don't want that either. Carrots and wheat? No, I don't want carrots and wheat. No, don't want that either. Carrots and beetroots, nope. Perfect. Wheat and potatoes, just like I wanted. So now that I have wheat and potatoes, I'm going to put my potatoes in, do a minimum of one trade, and now that locks him in. He will never change those trades. It takes a little bit sometimes, especially with the mending villager and whatnot. And then now that I have an emerald, I can lock in some of these trades. So I don't want a hoe. I don't really need. I have a use for a hoe. So I'm going to break this block, change him out. No, I don't want a shovel. Change him out again. Pickaxe. No. No, definitely don't want that. Axe and shovel. No. Axe and hoe. No. Pickaxe and hoe. I'll just do the pickaxe and hoe. I'm okay with that. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna be picky. This is what I wanted. Perfect. Axe and pickaxe. So I'm gonna trade. Lock that one in. Beautiful. So now he's locked in. This one. Oh, you need some emeralds, don't you, big guy? So now, another helpful tip is when unlocking your villagers, you have to do kind of a couple trades. You have this bar on the top, so let's give this guy some more potatoes so we can get some more emeralds. And you can see every time I trade with him, that bar just goes up. So the more you trade with these guys, the more stuff you'll unlock. Alright, so we collected the potatoes from my potato field. And we're going to use those potatoes to get more emeralds to trade with. Oh, he's leveled up, so we'll wait. So we'll watch. You'll see the little bubble effects on him. And boom, now we can trade for pumpkin pie. We can trade for apples. But I want to keep getting rid of my extra potatoes here to get some more emeralds. So boom, I got rid of all my extra potatoes. I have 11 emeralds now. Let's go over to my handy-dandy toolsmith and see if we can't unlock a new trade for him. Let's see what he gets. Perfect. So we unlocked the ability to trade iron with him, which is great because we have an iron farm in our world. And I have some here that's extra. And I can trade him. I have 15 emeralds now, and yeah, he's already going to level up again, which is great. Ooh, 1 emerald for a diamond hoe. That's a pretty good deal. I'll do that. Or we can do 12 emeralds for an Unbreaking 2 iron axe, which is also pretty good. I think I'm going to go with the diamond hoe again because that's such a great deal. And then he's going to level up again. So he's an expert now, and now we've unlocked diamond tools, which is what we wanted. This is why we wanted this villager. So we're already, without even having to mine as much, you know, I only had a diamond pickaxe. Now we can start getting unlimited diamond tools. Diamond axe, diamond shovel, with some enchantments on it already. For pretty cheap. So that's great. What does this guy have? But yeah, so now you can just get early access to a lot of great stuff that you're going to need in your world. And a pretty good food source as well. And it's all right here. So, if you like this, please let me know. If you need any more information on some more villager trades, I can do a whole separate thing on that if needed. And if you're liking the design of this trading hall, yeah, please let me know. I want to see what you guys are up to. All right, thanks so much. Take care.